It's also good to put the name of the person who invited you to this call there so we can acknowledge the person, and the person will be happy to see that you actually showed up. Because many a time, let me tell you a story about invitations. And this happened perhaps 2 decades ago, and I believe perhaps you're also part of this project I'm going to tell you about. A bit of a story about how another digital related solution started in the dormitories of a university by someone who was in the second year of his school university life, and he had a brilliant idea, and he decided to invite 7 of his friends to hear about it, just like we like to share our nice dreams with our friends and loved ones. But this time, when he did send the invitation, just 5 people showed up, and he broke the 5 people away. he broke the good news to the 5 people, gave them the blueprint of what he intended to do. And at the end of it, 3 people said they will do this project with him. In fact, 2 people said they'll do the project with him. 3 people walked away that this will not work. I mean, there's no way this thing will work. But this is about 2 decades down the line of this invitation that was given to 5 friends, of which 2 took the step. Well, the 2 who did have become multimillionaires with the person who started this vision. And that is how the social media platform you and I belong to, called Facebook, started. It started as Faces in the Book in a university dormitory. Mark Zuckerberg invited some friends to come take a look at it, and 2 friends decided to do that project with him. And those 2 friends who saw the vision of what he was starting have become multimillionaires with him. So you're welcome. You've been given an invitation, and congratulations for showing up. You're about one of the 5 people who showed up, just like Mark Zuckerberg did. Now, I'm going to be doing this with one other leader on this project. I'll introduce him when it's time for him to come on. And you're going to break down the purpose of this gathering. This might be what you'll be looking for. We are just starting the 6th month of the year. I mean, where did 2026 go? All of a sudden, today is 3rd June, 2026. And you may have been looking for something like this. What if the same tools that you are using could become an income source? What if something that everybody depended on, and something that is so crucial to our digital lives now, is something that could become your second income stream? You're welcome to the presentation, and it'll be a pleasure to break this down to you. I see some names have come in the chat box. Let me just welcome those who have done it, and then we jump into the business of the day. I'll say stick and stay to the end. This conversation gets more exciting as we progress in it, and towards the end, you can see how these partnerships can give you an access to be part of something really big. So you're welcome again. Felix, you're welcome. It's good to see you here. I said what? Someone's hard drive was washed by floods. Exactly. I like that you remember the story. I'll tell it again. Good evening, Mr. Jill, you're welcome. Adeline from Winneba, you're welcome. Yaha from Kumasi, you're welcome. Frank Nyako from Hohoi, you're welcome. Henry Dumanga is very happy you could make it. Felix, it's good to see you from McCarthy Hills. How is it doing? How is it going up there too? Evans from Kwabena, you're welcome. Pastor Dennis, it's good to see you here. Cecil, it's good to see you here. William is happy that you have made it to this call. And Chancellor E. Gordon from Elon, the next Elon Musk from Accra. It's good to see you on the call. Vivian, it's good to see you. Oh, Vivi, it's been a while. It's good to see you on the call. So let's jump into the conversation of the day. And I don't want to miss any part of it. I'm quite fired up for this evening's presentation, and let's get into it. It's time, guys. It's been, many of us have gotten to that point where we have stopped dreaming, and it looks like it's impossible to turn your dreams into reality. I hope at the end of this conversation, ouch, that was a big one, you would be enlightened. You get an opportunity to see that those dreams can actually turn into reality. Because now more than ever, since the onset of the internet, and since these devices became the commonest thing that we all use, ordinary people are becoming multimillionaires by partnering, leveraging systems that allows you to just no tech skills, turn your dreams into reality. So I don't know which of the pictures here may be your dream. Is it living in your own home, building it the way you want it, or traveling the world to see the beauty thereof, or having the family size you want with the right funds to take care of them without worrying about what is coming tomorrow, you are running out? Or is it that you want to just build a secure income for that time when you are not working again? Because at that point, it's not about how much you are going to retire with, but how much you've prepared for that time. It's time to turn your dreams into reality. And I'm going to tell you about Gotbackup. You're going to hear me say Gotbackup a lot in this conversation. And as we go on, as I develop the story, if you hear Gotbackup, I'll tell you more about who they are and what they're offering everybody, because it's not for technological giants, it's for every single person who has a dream they want to achieve. No matter what the dream is this your digital dream? Is it your financial dream? Which is the first two dreams Gotbackup is helping people to achieve. And it's helping individuals, families, and organizations secure something that is very important in our days. And here we talk about two dreams, your digital dreams. I believe you also have personal data in terms of your own ID cards, your passport pictures, your birth certificate. Everything in our time now has become digital, and our society and community and the world is becoming more digitalized. We are moving away from paper. Everything is becoming digitalized, and Gotbackup is here to help you personally, your family, secure those dreams, and organizations, because data for organization now is oil. If you have data, you can make projections. If you have data, you can run your business better, because now data is king. And Gotbackup is here to put these two together to turn your dreams into reality. Who are they? The mother company is called Global Virtual Opportunities, but Gotbackup is a product of Global Virtual Opportunities. Gotbackup is a secure cloud storage service. It was developed in about 3 years ago, 2023, and it helps individuals, businesses, organizations secure, backup, store, and manage their digital and online data at unbelievable prices. Unbelievable prices. And beyond that, it offers you a chance to be part of a very profitable strategic partnership program. The organization is about 30 years old, happening next year. It started in Gatineau, Quebec, Canada. And about 10 years into it, it moved to Texas, USA. It has and owns its own 10,000 square feet data center. In the 1997s, perhaps if you had the chance of seeing a computer at the time, data in terms of photos, videos, documents were things that were stored then on diskettes. I mean, at that time, I think we were still printing hard copy photos, but data kept migrating it started with a diskette. It was a small disk that you push into a computer, but data storage, as we generated more data, the storage devices for data storage also advanced. So we moved on to CDs, then DVDs, then something called Blu-ray, which was the hype. And then they quickly phased out, and then the pen drives came. Pen drives, woo, that was a big one. Pen drives moved all the way from, 128 to, I think the latest one I saw was a 64 gigabyte pen drive. And then the external hard drives came. Why? Because we're generating so much data that the pen drives were too small to hold all the data we were generating at the time. I mean, how many videos could you have put on a 1 gigabyte pen drive compared to now? I mean, now 1 gigabyte is not really something we talk about. Now everybody needs bigger storage. But guess what? Data storage has evolved from physical storage devices to now cloud storage. Data is now being stored on clouds. Even if you check the smartphones coming now they don't come along with a memory card slot anymore. Now everything you take, you must load onto a cloud service. So Gotbackup, noticing the trend, Global Virtual Opportunities, noticing the trend in data storage, decided to advance its service from physical devices. Those days, they used to build servers. They still build servers. It's one of the things the organization does for big organizations, but the storage trend now moved to cloud, and then Gotbackup was birthed. 3 years ago, Global Virtual Opportunities birthed its own cloud storage service called Gotbackup. And Gotbackup is the newest baby, the newest kid on the block when it comes to cloud storage in the world. And I'll tell you more about Gotbackup. But just for a little background, this is the physical location of global virtual opportunities. Many times when new products comes, new companies come, people are wondering in this space of AI, is it computers? Is this someone sitting in his small office proposing and propounding that they have a service? No, you can actually take a screenshot of this. You can put it in Google Earth. This was taken from Google Earth. This is the physical location of global virtual opportunities, and this is where they exist. It's not a small company, and cloud storage is not data stored in the clouds, it's a whole infrastructure. Towards the end of this, I'll play a video so you can see what happens inside Gotbackup's data center. Gotbackup is backed up by a team, a solid team of technical experts who know about cloud storage, experts who know about how to make it interoperable amongst devices, experts who handle the back office of Gotbackup. The CEO himself, Mr. Joe Therian, and his wife, Miss Evgenia Antonova, are behind this organization with a solid team. We had the privilege of hosting them in Ghana here last November, and it was such an event. I mean, they came to Ghana to let us know this is actually a real thing, and Gotbackup is truly Ghana at the time was the gate, it still is the gateway to Africa on this project. These are other technical people on the front end, the back end, the technical staff behind it. So it's not being run by an AI software. There are real human beings behind them making it work. But of course, in this AI era, Gotbackup has an AI video spokesperson who does those communications that has to be done by a device, a machine. Gotbackup has a board. For any organization that intends to grow and progress, it has to have a solid board behind it. And there are 11 people on this board covering various continents of the world, some covering the French, some covering the Canadian, the Europeans, the Americans. And I'm sure you can see a Ghanaian name on this platform. Well, we have a Ghanaian sitting on the board of this organization. His name is Dr. Kweku Asari. He's a professor in 4 universities in the world. His background is into data storage, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, machine learning. And on this, he offers them that advisory when it comes to that space. So if you think you don't know somebody who is on this, be rest assured, we know not only a Ghanaian, but he also actually represents Africa on this, and there is a solid brain behind this organization. So before I get into this part, let me play a video so you take a look at what happens in the data center of Gotbackup. This was done by our CEO himself. It's a tour of the facility, and then I'll come back to talk about why we are even talking about cloud storage in this era. Please spare me a few minutes to share my screen. All right, so enjoy the tour.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of Gotbackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm gonna code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, There's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if God forbid, a bomb dropped on this building, a hurricane came in, whatever, a flood, which statistically is impossible, but if it did happen, we also back up all of your cloud data to a third-party data center, just in case something ever happened to this building. And again, it's never happened, but you just never know, right?
So that was the data center of Gotbackup. Perhaps if you've not seen one, this is what a data center looks like. And that was my CEO giving you the tour of what is happening inside Gotbackup's data storage. So why are we even talking about cloud storage at all? Guys, now more than ever, not only is our world more digitalized, we are more interconnected than ever. Everything about our livelihoods now is happening on social media. It's happening on digital spaces, from social media interactions to online banking to schooling. Everything is getting digitalized. And all of this is generating data that needs to be stored somewhere, because every photo, every video recording, everything happening on social media is data that needs to be stored. And data has become the new oil of our times. If everybody doing something related to data now, they are the multimillionaires of our time. And there are boundless opportunities with data storage. Every single day, we generate 402 million terabytes of data every day. A terabyte is about 1,000 gigabytes. So you can imagine how much you're generating every single day. And all of that must be stored. And there are just about 20 or so organizations storing all the data of the world. So there is opportunity with data storage, and that's where Gotbackup comes in to offer you something that nobody else is doing. This is just some of the stats. You can Google it, you may see the same thing. And where are the sources? Social media uploads, streaming platforms like we are doing right now on this platform and on this call. All of this is contributing to data every day. And where is this data being generated from? These devices. I mean, how many smartphones do you have? Maybe perhaps you can put it in the chat box so I'll know how many you have. How many smartphones, how many laptops do you have? We have become so reliant on this device. Every single interaction we do is on this device. And these are stats about what is happening on the smartphones. I'll just pick on one. How many of us would be comfortable if you got to work today and noticed we didn't have our phone with us? If you go to work today and you notice you didn't have your phone with you and you'll be comfortable, perhaps put a 1 in the chat. If you won't be, put a 2 in the chat for me. And mine is a full 2, because there's no way I can move away without my phones. And the stats are even incredible. We touch our devices over 160 times in a day. Today, you may have looked at it even more than 160 times. And we are so attached to these devices. So now we can say we are all addicted to our smartphones. But these devices are so delicate. And the delicacy of it makes us want to protect not only the outside, because the first thing you buy after buying your phone is a screen protector and then a case, because you want to protect the outside. What about the things inside the phone? That is where Gotbackup comes with two trends that is taking over the world, and two massive trends for that matter. One of them is the number of smartphones in our world now. There are over 15 billion smartphones in the world. I think I got some responses in the chat box. I mean, having done this for a while, I know the average Ghanaian adult has 2 smartphones, perhaps because of 2 networks, but most people have 2 smartphones. Nobody is using the yam or potato anymore. Most people have moved on to smartphones, and everybody on the smartphone, it's so widespread. It's no respecter of class or age. It's being used in every sphere of life. And like the math say, Econsta says, anything that there's a growth market and high demand, financial success is definitely attached to it. Reason why everybody doing something on or with the mobile phone is doing well. Now, things have changed because of the internet, and you should also not only use your phone for calls and text message, you should leverage what's happening with the smartphone. But something else in addition to all the data we are generating is happening. You know, for all those 406 million terabytes, 402 million terabytes we generate every day, data is being lost at about the same rate. People are losing the data that they are generating, and because most people store it on their phones. And amazingly, 45% of cell phone users have accidentally damaged their phones, and what happens? They lose their data. You can always buy a new phone, but sometimes you won't get what is on your phone back. About 5,700 screens are cracked every single hour somewhere in the world. Laptops, cell phones being stolen every 43 seconds somewhere in the world. People are looking for solutions so they don't have to lose their data, their precious things, data, photos, documents, years on end of work, research work from their laptops, from their smartphones. What if there was a solution so that no matter what happens to your device, your data is still secure? You can get your data back, even if you replace the phone. That's where the solution Gotbackup offers comes in. But I'll talk a bit about the laptops too, because we tend to talk about the phone, the data loss on phones. But when it comes to laptops, it's even more severe. Just a hardware error, hardware fail, software corruption. If it's an organizational laptop, data is gone, and over 31% of users actually lose their phones through some of these unavoidable events. So there are solutions already. There's Dropbox, iCloud, Google Drive. These are cloud storage services being provided by the world already. I mentioned a few of them. Billions of people are already using smartphone cloud services. iCloud, for instance, has over 2 billion users across the world. Google Drive even has more. Dropbox, I checked last, about 750 million people using these devices, these solutions, but many are switching to use Gotbackup. I used iPhone, I use a Windows laptop. I have switched to use Gotbackup, and I'll tell you why I switched to use Gotbackup. How we compare is on the screens. Gotbackup offers you unbeatable value for money. Let's compare the two things most of us will be concerned about: price and security. But let me talk about size first before I come to those two things. Because Gotbackup currently in the market, and I've listed who our competitors are on this market. For annual subscription, these competitors offer you a 2 terabytes space, 2,000 gigabytes of space on annual subscriptions. Mostly annual subscriptions are better. Cloud storage is an internet-based service, and it's a subscription-based service, so you pay for it to store. But there are two things that happen to most of us when we reach that point where you get memory full, iCloud full. Two things: you either delete or you upgrade. It's getting to a point where deleting is not going to be an option. You would have to upgrade. And I'm offering you something that you should upgrade to, because Gotbackup gives you better size at a good price with some other specs that you will not see on other cloud storage services. Gotbackup's annual subscription, instead of a 2 terabytes like our competitors do, it does a 3 times space for you. It gives you a 6 terabytes, 6,000 gigabytes of space for its annual subscription. And you can use this space with 6 other users. You can actually share it with 5 other people besides yourself. Each person will get their own username and their password. Nobody sees anybody's data. And at what price point is just $99.97 per annum. You can compare it to what you see on the screen with our competitors. This is unbeatable value for money. 6 terabytes, 6 users for $99.97 per annum. The Gotbackup doesn't restrict you to operating system like iCloud does. I mean, iCloud does not allow you to use their space on any other device unless you're an Apple user. Gotbackup works on all operating systems. So whether you're an Android user, you're an iPhone user, a Windows laptop, an HP user, a MacBook user, whichever device you use, whichever tablet you use, you can install Gotbackup on it and back up all your data assets and have that peace of mind. So no matter what happens to your devices, you will never lose your data. The next thing, with this price point, have they compromised on security? Let me speak to security, then I'll come back to these other things. Gotbackup uses the exact same security, if you paid attention to the video, as Microsoft, as Amazon, as Google. So if you're on any of these services and you perhaps have not even asked which service they use, well, Gotbackup uses that same security. It's called the AES 256-bit military grade encryption security. It's the highest you can get for data storage in this space, and Gotbackup uses that. In the space of encryption, nobody has been able to hack a 128-bit yet. Gotbackup uses 2 times that, makes it solid, so you have peace of mind for your data. It's encrypted end to end, and there are other plugins that protect your data as you upload and download from the cloud. There are other advanced plugins on cloud. Gotbackup gives you a whole workspace on its only Office on cloud. See the way you can open Google Office and use some of the tools just like you would have used on Microsoft Word. Gotbackup has a similar system on cloud. And on cloud, it's not only the Microsoft Word-like tools. You have speech to type. You have an AI system that can read a document to you. You have Mendeley. You have Translate and other functionalities. So long as you are connected to the internet, you can work on any document anywhere in the world on Gotbackup's cloud storage service. Gotbackup offers you everything you see in the green here: 6 TB, 6 accounts, multiple operating systems. Our competitors do 2 terabytes, 1 account, 1 operating system. This doesn't compare to the value Gotbackup gives. In addition, Gotbackup has this email system built in for you. This allows you to send personalized emails, bulk emails up to 20,000 with a click of a button, and also automate those emails. There's actually an algorithm set in the system. So if you're an organization who sends emails or a company who interacts via emails and you have to send emails consistently, you can leverage this system Gotbackup has built in for you. Gotbackup charges you $0 per annum for this because they know with this to make you more efficient online. There are other services Gotbackup offers for its users, which no other cloud storage service offers. It's the only cloud service office that offers you tools that you can use on social media platforms to be more efficient with your postings. If you are a company, an organization, a brand, and you are not yet on social media, you may be missing out. And perhaps you may have seen some people on social media who are also very efficient on some things that they do. They're able to post on multiple platforms at a time. You wonder which tools are they using. These tools, Gotbackup have some of them. Gotbackup has, in fact, most of them. And I'll speak about the video bar and then perhaps the memory place. But there's actually another one that makes it even much better called the Macro Max on the Gotbackup Pro. So video bar allows you, for instance, if you have multiple handles, say you have an Instagram, you have a Facebook, you have an X, you have a Twitter, and you are someone who has following on these platforms, or you are building a following. Most of the time, the traditional thing you do is to take one video, take another, post it here, post it here, post it here. Gotbackup's video bar allows you to use a software, a video streaming software, to record one video, link your handles to it, and shoot it to all the platforms at a go. That saves you time from doing it one by one. In addition to it, it allows you statistics so you can see which of them is doing well, where you have posted them. That's the video bar, and that's how Gotbackup makes life easy for you on the Pro Pack. To hang on to that, it has something called Macro Max, which actually schedules your postings. You know, the algorithms of the system, it works when you are posting consistently. You think people are physically doing that? No, there are tools that they do. You can use Gotbackup's Macro Max, Gotbackup Pro's Macro Max to schedule your posting 3 a.m., 7 a.m. Just video it, organize it for the week, give it to Macro Max. It will do the posting for you, and it saves you time and efficiency so you can focus on other more productive things. I can't go into all the other things, but I tell you, Gotbackup Pro is like more superior to Gotbackup, the cloud service. It's just a plus onto it, and you should get onto Gotbackup Pro. The company is currently in 165 countries all over the world. The whole world is made up of 1 95 countries. Gotbackup has covered almost over 80% of the countries in the world. Ghana got onto it as country number 82, about 3 months after the product and the service had been launched. And 3 months was enough time for 81 countries to get on. People were looking for a solution like this, a service that gives you flexibility with backing up your data on devices, plus gives you a chance to be part of something really big. The mantra is you should never, ever, ever have to lose your data, your videos, photos, data assets ever again. 98% of the work is done for you. It's a mobile app, it's a laptop app. You download it. In fact, speak to the person who invited you, they'll show you how to go through your process. And then you start getting the peace of mind, not getting the fears that you may lose your data because your phone is lost or your laptop gets hacked. This is just unbeatable peace of mind. Beyond it, Gotbackup allows you to be part of something really big and exciting. You know, sometimes you are using a product that you are enjoying, but what if that same product, that same service, by offering it, by sharing it, it could become an income stream for you. Gotbackup allows you to be part of something really huge, a really huge project, and to be part of, to hear about it. I'm going to introduce my co-host on this presentation. He's one of our African leaders on this project. He's been on the project for over a year now, and he's doing this project with his entire family, his wife, his children, including his 14-year-old daughter. They've opened countries to this project, and they're just impacting many lives, giving them a solution and also opening them to be part of something really huge. The stats about this excite me, and I'll say stick and say. See what Gotbackup offers you on its strategic partnership program, and help me welcome Mr. Henry Calvin Birch to take us through the second part. Please stay to the end because you're going to love this. Mr. Birch, you're welcome. Thank you for the time. Thanks for the audience.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Hanson. Can we have some reactions on the platform for Dr. Hanson? Let's appreciate her. That was a wonderful presentation. Presentation there. Dr. Hanson is an award-winning medical doctor and one of our leaders, top leaders, not only in Ghana, but in Africa on the project, and is a digital entrepreneur as well. So it's a great pleasure having you. And when I joined this project from the first day, she was one of the people, she was the person that guided me on how to get set up and how to make maximum use of it. So very grateful, Dr. Hanson. So let me go. So my job this evening is to, there are two parts. I believe you got some from the beginning of tonight's presentation. There were two dreams that were given that would talk about your digital dream. That is making sure that your digital assets will be safeguarded, will be securely, put up into the cloud, where you can access in any part of the world and at any time. But also, there's an opportunity that Gotbackup gives to users of its digital space. And this takes us to the second trend, which we call the strategic partnership. Okay, so Gotbackup has a vision and also on a mission to make sure in the next 5 years, probably since when they got started, to get about 1 million people. That's the first step, or the first what is the word? We know we have about 3.5 or 3.2 billion people that are using cloud space right now, but of course, Gotbackup is 3 years old, so people right now, but it is just a matter of time. Gotbackup wants to first make 1 million and then move forward. So already out of the 3.2 billion people that are using cloud storage from the Google Drive, the iCloud, the Microsoft, and all of the others, Gotbackup is using as users, okay, or subscribers to impact the rest of the world. And this part is what they consider to be the strategic partnership, is the trend two that Gotbackup is taking, is using to build this project. So this can give you some, they call it some extra income, additional income, residual income, part-time, whatever you want to call it, but is a new stream of income that you can add to whatever else you are doing. You need to know this. Gotbackup is the only cloud storage service that pays you. No other cloud storage, as we speak, no other cloud storage is doing what Gotbackup is doing. Maybe in the next year, 2, 3, or 4 in the future, some other might get into that. But as we speak, they are leading the way. And the strategic partnership goes with very simple system. From the beginning, you saw this where a lot of people, move from clouds, from web online used to be many years ago. It moved up, started moving up from the 2000, and by 2024, online, okay, became the place that most people in the world are present. So if most people in the world are present online, all right, in 1930 something or 1940, when it hit in 2000, if you are not there, then that means you are missing out on something really big. And that is why you need to be where people are spending their time, and that is online. And we're looking at cloud storage. Now, why you should take interest in this, in the strategic partnership bit. As for the cloud storage, everybody needs it. You need to safeguard your gadget, your computer, your laptop, and all your digital assets, so that when, in case you lose your phone today, you don't lose all your digital assets. Someone said when they lose their phone, they are using their life, because data is their life, and you don't want that to happen. But why you partake in the strategic partnership is because of, this is one of the reasons. Now, on your screen, let's look at the blue graph on the screen. All right. Now, these are, of course, information that was given to us from Statista. That's the source. Statista is known for their research and their projections, when it comes to economics issue and some other issues. So Statista said in 2017, cloud storage value at the time was a little over 200 million. Okay, and it moved in last year. It was projected that 2025 cloud storage market was going to be valued almost 200 billion US dollars. That was the projection far before 2024. But guess what? The latter part of 2024, they had to change. They had to rethink. They had to what is the word? They did a different projection. The word is not coming. And they did a different projection. Say, from the trend, from the way we are seeing things, the year is going to end with more than the 200 billion that we projected. And that was true. Guess what? 2025 ended at That was what the year ended with. So that was remarkable. And they are projecting that in the next few years, so the next 9 years, okay, cloud storage market. This year projection is looking at about 700 billion US dollars. In the next, by 2025, 2035, 2026, the next 10 years, we're looking at over 3.5 trillion US dollars, guys. That is what the cloud storage market is projected to produce, to be valued. Now, if you have a slice of this, just think about the value. Think about the benefit. So let's use this analogy. There's a saying that a slice of something big is worth far more than all of something small. So let's use a slice of a watermelon, a big watermelon, all right? Now, if you slice that watermelon into 10, very huge watermelon, I gave it to you, and I give you a grape, you know, a full grape. Now, tell me which of them would produce more juice for you. It's obvious, the slice of the watermelon. The full grape is too small to produce that much juice. So a slice of this big market having just a little of it, 0.00001%, your financial destiny would have been achieved. So that is why you should be taking interest in the strategic partnership Gotbackup is offering in the cloud. Why? Because people are producing data and every single day, and they need storage for it. Okay, and Gotbackup is one of the developers of the cloud industry, or the just like, you know, real estate. They are providing real estate, provide houses and homes. The cloud industry, or the developers in the cloud, they provide cloud space, warehouses up in the cloud. So how do you get started on the strategic partnership, or with the strategic partnership? Very simple. Just become a subscriber. Use any of the services Gotbackup is offering, whether it's the family package of 6 terabytes of cloud space, which gives you you know, a lot of other benefits besides the 6 terabyte, and can be shared with six people, including you. And then all the security comes with the other values, all right, and other tools that come with that. It is worth it. How much is that? It's $99.97 per year, not per month. Per year, $100 a year just for the cloud storage, 6 terabyte, and all the other things. But if you want to become a strategic partner, you pay $20 more. Now, guys, yeah, it's just $20, which is the difference here. And you are a strategic partner, and at the same time, you get all the other benefits that come with the strategic partnership. So don't say, no, let me just get the $100. Now, what if you are using the cloud storage of Gotbackup, enjoying it for the past 5, 6, 7 months? Your brother comes to you, visits you, and he is devastated, and he says, they stole my bag. In my bag was my laptop, my external drive, my pen drive, and everything. All my digital assets I've created in the last 7 years, all gone in a flash, 90% of them. Why? Because it was not stored. Now, if you were using Gotbackup for the past 7 months, would you be sad? Should you feel bad about it? You should, because you could have been a savior of that. You could have told your brother about Gotbackup, when you got started on as a strategic partner, all right, and he would have gotten probably all his digital assets saved up into the cloud. And guess what? Gotbackup will reward you. So why not? If I can tell my brother, my cousin, my friends, because they need this. And many people do not use cloud storage. A few reasons. Something is expensive. I got a lot of things to save, but I can keep paying for Google Drive. And when I saw this a year or so ago, I was using Google One Drive, and I was, for $100, I was getting 2 terabytes. For the same $100, approximately $100, I'm getting 6 terabytes, and so many other benefits, and including $20 when I added. It gave me the strategic partnership. So you want the strategic partnership. It is only $120 a year for the family package. Okay, that's all you need to become a strategic partner, and you will help Gotbackup to go out into the world. Tell your friends, tell your network, tell your colleagues, tell your team members, whatever, that hey, this is a project that is helping people digitally and financially, and you pay $120 a year. Or if you're in Ghana, it's approximately 1,500 Ghana cedis. You pay for that in a whole year. When I joined the project about 2 years ago, about a year and a few months ago, I paid 2,000 cedis equivalent. Although the price in US dollars was still $120, but the exchange rate at the time gave a different, it was calculated, and I had to pay 2,000. Right now, you don't pay 2,000 Ghana cedis, you pay approximately 1,500 Ghana cedis. Okay, that is a year. That's why you pay for that. Or you want the Gotbackup Pro, which you heard some of the features and the tools for Gotbackup Pro is, there's a huge promotion going on. A setup supposed to be costing about $500, but guess what? You pay $220 for the Gotbackup Pro per year. And the Gotbackup Pro also includes the family package. So you don't buy the Gotbackup Pro different and the family package different. If you're getting Gotbackup Pro, guess what? Family package is part of it. Then plus the Gotbackup Pro features. If you are here or you know people who have big institutions and generate a lot of data, 6 terabyte might be too small for them. They may need the enterprise solution. The enterprise solution is 20 terabyte of cloud space. So you can talk to the person who inviting is, hey, I think I know this person, or I myself need more than 6 terabyte, and can I go for the enterprise solution? It is about $700 one-time payment, and how much do you pay a year? $600. If you check how much other cloud services are giving you 20 terabyte for, will blow your mind that, hey, you mean you're getting this for $600 a year? That's exactly what we're saying. And Gotbackup is the preferred choice. So as a strategic partner, how do you earn? How do you build your finances? How do you build your financial future? How viable is this? Now, Gotbackup strategic partnership system pays 7 different commissions. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first one I want to talk about is somebody stop writing on my screen. The first one I want to talk about is the customer acquisition bonus, which we call CAB, customer acquisition bonus. Okay, this is the commission which you can earn instantly. If you get it, you get customer acquisition bonus. You can make it every day, you can make it every hour, you can make it every minute. And what is that? Whenever you recommend a customer, a person to Gotbackup. All right. Whenever Gotbackup acquires a customer through you, you get that, which is the customer acquisition bonus. I mean, when a customer is acquired through you, you get what is called customer acquisition bonus. That's what it is. And it's the only commission or bonus that you get that is instant, okay? All the other remaining six of them, you pay this, or Gotbackup pays this monthly if you achieve it. If you qualify for them, you can only get it by the close of the month. But as for customer acquisition bonus, there's a system that can make you to earn this every single day, every single hour. Oh goodness. Let me change this. My screen isn't moving. Okay, good. All right, so what is the customer acquisition bonus? How much do you earn? Now, for the family package, if you recommend a person, your brother, and your brother is interested in the family package, which is, how much is the family package? What is the yearly subscription for the family package is $99.97, but let's call it $100. Gotbackup will give you 50% of the annual subscription, all right, as your customer acquisition bonus. For rewarding you for introducing your cousin to Gotbackup. So that's one person. What if you do two? That's about $100, okay? And what if you have 10? That's $500. So there is no limit. So can you have 20 in a day? Yes. Gotbackup doesn't have a problem with that. If you can have 20 people to subscribe in a day, and all through you will make $1,000 US in that day. If it's in a week, you make that in a week. If it's in a month, and that. If you say, I can get only one person, what about getting one person every day for 30 days? Multiply 50 by 30. That's $1,500 you earn in a month, added to whatever else you will be earning from Gotbackup. That is only the customer acquisition bonus. You also get bonuses by recommending the enterprise solution, and then by also on the Gotbackup Pro. Okay, so another earnings commission which you earn is what we call the cycle match bonus. Okay, this is a very interesting commission line, and the potential is very, very, very great. All right, I mentioned there are 7 different commissions, so you have an opportunity to earn leadership bonus or leadership commission, rank pool commission, DC commission, which is shortened, which is dynamic compression commission. Of course, some of them are certain levels. You have generations income. Then you have the cycle tier commission, tier 1 and tier 2 cycles. All of these commissions, you earn them from your organization, because say you start impacting this, telling your brother, your sister, your friend, you told some group of people who came from Uganda, and you shared it with them. And like, oh, I'm crazy about this. And they got on the project, and they went back to Uganda, and they are telling their community, their family, their friends about it, and building the business in Uganda. Guess what? You will be enjoying from the Ugandan economy, even though you are sitting in Ghana or wherever country you will be. That is the beauty of this. So the commission, the cycle commission, all tier 1 cycle, tier 2 cycle, it is from your group, from your organization. You benefit from this using some formulas. We don't have time to go all into that. But let me break down what cycle commission is, the cycle match bonus. For you to earn that, to start with, you need to be what we call a sapphire on the project. So there are ranks when it comes to the strategic partnership. It starts from bronze, all right? When Gotbackup acquires the customer, your first customer through you, you are called a bronze. Okay. If they're 2, you are called a copper, with some technicalities involved depending on where you place them. Then you have silver, you have gold, platinum, sapphire, emerald, up to black diamond. Even though black diamond is down, but it's the highest rank. So up to black diamond. So let's go back. So you have some qualification, criteria to meet for you to become, any of those ranks. But for the cycle match, you need to be a sapphire. Now, if you're a sapphire, what happens? Gotbackup says, you cycle bonus of the people you personally brought onto the project. So maybe in the last 6 months, last 1 year, 2 years, 6 years, whatever time, you brought in, let's use a year, you brought in 37 people, okay? 37 people you personally brought in, but in your organization, you probably have about 470. Why? Because those 37 people also have contacts. They have other people that they brought in. But guess what? You benefit from that effort. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the people you brought in. Out of your 37 people, let me take 10 of them for this calculation. 10 of those people, let's assume you're building with them and you're helping them and they are earning about, we're making some assumptions here. So 10 people, first one. The other assumption is I'm assuming that those people are earning about $1,000 a month from their cycle commission. All right. It may take some time to earn that. All right. But let's say that is what they're earning. It could be less or it could be more. But let's just follow the formula, not necessarily the figures. All right. So $1,000 each of those 10 people are making, and Gotbackup say you will make 25% on that. And you brought in those 37 people, but I'm taking 10 of them. 1,000. It is $250. So that's for one person. Multiply that by 10. That is $2,500. So that would be your commission for cycle match commission. So you see how it is? And because you are sapphire, you get 25%. If you are an emerald, you get 50%. What is 50% of 1,000? It's 500. 500 times 10, that's 5,000. That is the potential. It may take some time for you to build this, but it's worth it. I don't know how many people are making $5,000 a month in their jobs and in some other businesses they are doing. Some of them might have been in this job or doing this business, some other business for about 7, 8, 10 years, but they don't make that kind of income. If Gotbackup system gives you the opportunity to earn that when you build your business in 3 years, in 4 years, in 5 years, is it worth it? It's worth it. And look at the potential that diamond has. If you are a diamond, any of the diamond, Gotbackup says we will give you 100%. All right, depending on what diamond you are, whether it is double diamond, triple diamond, blue diamond, or black diamond, is 100%. So let's use the same numbers. If you were a diamond and take your 10 people, each of them making $1,000, you get 100%. That is the people you personally enroll, that you register, to Gotbackup. If they are making that on cycle match commission, you are earning 100% of that 1,000. How much is that? Is 1,000. Multiply that by 10. That is $10,000. We're using $1,000. What if someone say, well, why 1,000? Okay, let me use $100. Let's say each of those people you brought in making $100. And let's say the number of people, because there's no restrictions on that. So the number of people, they're about 70, but let's take 50 of them. And each of them making $100 and Gotbackup giving you 25%. Do the math. It is still worth it. And remember this, it is only on your cycle match commission we are talking about. You also could be earning dynamic compression commission. You could be earning generation income, generation commissions, rank pool commission. So the potential of earning from the big cloud space is huge. And where is cloud going? The whole place, where is it? Is it going to fold up anytime soon? No, I don't see it that way. Cloud storage is only going to get more subscribers because more people will be using will need storage, and more data will be generated. So the potential is very big, guys, and that is why we are talking about this. You not only have the opportunity to get a good cost-effective cloud storage service, you have an opportunity to build a business system around it. Okay, so just a quick recap. I think so far is the best cloud service you can get. 6 terabyte of cloud space for $120 as a strategic partner. I think that is great value for money. It has the email marketing system, which it was talk about, bulk emailing. Some of the system you will have to pay thousands of dollars for it to be set up for you. But Gotbackup has it embedded in their subscription, in their account. When you get an account with them, some of this thing you benefit from it. Great security, 256 security. Gotbackup has regular training. If you're a strategic partner, you don't need to, how do I learn this? We take part in the training because the trainings are made available for people to understand the project better and understand the system and other things. All right, the mentorship you get also unbelievable. So you get more than just cloud service. You benefit from a great community as well of people. You break regular or normal protocol, because some of the people you meet in the community, because of the fact that you are in a community with them, you benefit, from that. You break protocol. So personal development you get from that, and it is unbelievable. How much you pay for all of that? If it's the family package, as a strategic partner, you pay $120 a year, a whole year, and that is that's the kind of benefit you get. If it's just buying the cloud service, no need. I'm not going to have anyone to enjoy this, and I don't need to get any money when I introduce anyone. So I just want the service. No problem. $100 a year. You can just get it and get the 6 terabyte of cloud space. You still enjoy it. The strategic partnership, is optional. It's not compulsory. But why wouldn't you want to take advantage of it? Now, how do you pay? You can use your Visa card, your credit card, or your MasterCard, all right? And that's it. If you don't have, although you see Momo is indicated, you cannot pay directly through Momo, but you can send Momo to one of the affiliates or the strategic partners, say, I don't have a Visa card, or I don't have an active Visa card, but they can do something called a prepaid card, a prepaid link for you, okay? Just send them cash, the equivalent of that money, and then they'll create the link and send it to you. You just need to tap on that link and then go through the registration, and that's it, voila. So there is no hate you have because you don't have a Visa card or MasterCard to use, okay? So we mentioned the CEO. I heard Dr. Hanson talk about. There was a big event as the latter part of last year, and the CEO and his wife were in Ghana. They launched this project here, very big. It was their first visit to Africa, and Ghana is the gateway. And if you're in Ghana, you have to be proud. You want to take advantage of this and be a part of what is starting. If you are not in Ghana, also great opportunity to begin something where you are and expand it to the rest of the world. But this is a project. If you are here and you're hearing it for the first time, trust me, it will not be the last. You may hear it the next month, 2 months from now, 1 year from now, 3 years from now. You say, "Oh, I remember 2 years ago, I heard this thing. I did not think it was going to be this big." You want to take advantage of it now. It's a big event there at the Men's Vic Hotel at East Legon, Accra, and that was where the event was. And there was also an awards ceremony. You have some key leaders, that were recognized in the event. People were turned away because the hall couldn't contain. People were standing up, and people had to be turned away because it was really well patronized. Guys, this is a project, a service everybody will need some point in time. If not now, you will need it later. But why do you want to have it later? Get it now and benefit from what it is giving you besides the cloud storage. Okay, is a project everyone can afford. It's $120 a year, and imagine, look at the benefit of it that you can get as well. Why would you need an extra stream of income, guys? Life is full of uncertainties, sickness, and some other things, economic issues, and all of that can happen. COVID taught us a lot. So you want to have multiple streams of income. It's very good. Whatever you're doing, you can add a digital project to it and benefit from it, and you will also be impacting the world. Someone could be telling you, "Thank you for giving me this opportunity, for showing me how to safeguard my digital asset." You want to get started right now. All right, not later, right now. Do whatever you can to get started. Ask the person who invited you. If you like it, ask them, "How can I get started?" And they will guide you on what to get. If you don't like it, just thank them for the opportunity. But if you don't be a part of this, you will be missing out on something big. And trust me, in a few years' time, probably some months, you could be regretting why you did not do it. If you lose your phone, or if you see how big this is becoming. So we can open up to questions if there are any, and then we will be wrapping up tonight's webinar. And I hope it was worth the while for you, especially our guests who were invited by some people. So these are frequently asked questions. All the answers are there, giving you. But I mentioned some incomes, on that people are earning in Gotbackup. And let me show you a snippet of that. This is random income that some who have been on the project have earned. Before I show that, let me give a disclaimer. This is not a guarantee that the earning you're seeing is a typical earning of everyone on the project. It depends on a whole lot of things: individual efforts, commitment, your time invested, your skill, your strategies, your consistency, all have to do with that. And your success on a project depends on you. It's possible that someone was much longer on the project may not make as much as someone who probably just came in 3 months. The possibilities are there. But you are only seeing here what you're seeing the outcome, the result. What we are not showing you here is the effort the people put in, the time they put in. There's no way you can see that, but you can see that there have been some earnings here. We have an account there that was credited with about 10,000 plus US dollars. Okay, another account that was credited with almost 4,000, 3,900, and another time 5,000. You also have this one earning in the last 30 days $7,000. Okay, very much, that's a huge income. And then there's another account here credited with 72 Ghana cedis. That's a whole lot. This is probably someone whole year or a few years, earning. This is 8,000, this is 6,000, and so the potential of having that is really, really, really big, guys. It's not a joke. It's a real project with real people and great rewards. So if we have some questions right now, we can take that. Dr. Hanson, if there are any questions which have been put into the platform, may not have seen, and you want to highlight it, please, you can go ahead.
Right, thank you.
Let me see if I can. Minutes, if anybody has any questions, and they can go ahead and ask. So please, you can unmute right now if you want to ask a question. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the second part, the trend that you shouldn't miss out on.
And
Thank you, Mr.
let
Gotbackup.
me see if I can.